If you've ever set up a Logic campaign, then you've probably noticed that whilst they're an easy campaign setup that gets you cheap clicks, they definitely have their limitations and their downsides, and they're not very good for scaling an individual t-shirt within a campaign. But in this video, I'm going to show you an alternative approach called the Shaggy lotteries, and this setup completely gets rid of all of the problems that you're having right now. First of all, let me show you what the downsides are. So here I've got a normal traditional Logic campaign setup, and if we look at the actual ad group right here, there is a ton of different ASINs mixed in the same ad group. They're from different niches, and some of them are performing well, some of them are performing better than others, some of them badly. The only thing I can really do in here is turn off the really bad performers. And if I wanted to, for example, put more fuel on the fire for this one with a 2% ACOS and focus more on that, then on this 70% ACOS, I can't really do that, because as soon as I go to the targeting tab, whatever changes I make here affects all of the ASINs inside the ad group. So I can turn this up right here, but I can't decide which ASIN is going to increase the bid for. It does it for all of them. Another downside is if I go into the search terms tab right here and want to figure out which search terms are actually doing really well for my ASINs, once again, everything is jumbled up and you're not sure, or you don't really know which one of these search terms is related to which one of the ASINs. So you can't really use this data very effectively because you have thousands of ASINs, thousands of search terms, and there's no real link or connection between them, and that means that this data is fairly useless in a Logic campaign. Let's take a look at the alternative setup by Shaggy. This is something that he taught us in one of our many training calls inside of Merge Mastermind, and it was really eye-opening because these, not only have they been performing better for me, but they've also been a lot better to manage and optimize. So the difference here is that within your Logic campaign, you will have every single ASIN in its own ad group. So I've got thousands and thousands of ad groups right here. And if I see something performing well, for example, we've got this with the 14 ROAS, 6% ACOS, I can now individually click into this ad group and I can see the targeting tab just for that singular ASIN and then make changes right here. So if I wanted to increase the loose match a little bit because those are definitely performing well, then I can do that. I can pinpoint that, and this is only going to affect that one ASIN that is doing well. If I go into the search terms right here, I'm going to see all of the search terms that are attached just to this singular ASIN, which is really, really handy if you want to take any of them out and put it into its own manual campaign. And if you drag out the ad group column right here, you can still see the names of the actual listings as well as the ASIN itself, so you can easily identify which one of your designs is inside of the ad group. And as you can see in this quick overview, I've filtered out all of my Shaggy campaigns. I just tagged them with 1 by 1, meaning one ASIN per ad group. And since I started running these a few months ago, I've seen really good results. The ACOS right here for all of these is amazing. Some of them as little as 7%. And as I said, they are a lot easier to optimize. Now let me show you how to actually set these up. You can't really do this manually. If you want to put hundreds or thousands of ASINs into their own ad group, it's going to take you days. So I'm going to use a tool called Mergeflow for this. It's free up to tier 10,000. I've been paying for it and I love it. It's really, really good, and I highly recommend you test it out, especially for this kind of ad setup. It's really, really good because if you've got it installed, I'll leave a link to it down below. It's a Chrome extension. If you go to the products tab right here, you can set up ads with this pink button. But first, we need to filter out some things. So first of all, I usually filter out a specific marketplace. Let's just go with the US right here. I then would also select a specific product. You can put multiple products in the same Logic campaign, but I like to have them separated. Standard t-shirt, we'll just do that example. For the status right here, I'm going to filter out just the products that are live. And then I think that's basically it. Obviously, you can filter out products that are a high price if you want to, or that were recently created. That's all totally up to you. You can set up your lotteries in many different ways in terms of what's inside it. And you also have a setting down here that shows the page size. So if you only want 1,000 ASINs in there, then choose 1,000. If you want your entire catalog, depending on your tier, you might have to increase this right here to one of these higher settings to catch all of your standard teas in the US. I'll just do it with 1,000 in this example. Let's do actually 100 just because it's quicker. Now, first off, what I recommend you do, especially if you're new to Mergeflow, is just select all of these on this page, and then you want to go to more tools and load add save ASINs right here. This is going to, it has to do it for me as well. It's going to essentially run through the list and load the ad save ASINs. Actually, you don't need to do this for t-shirts. I just remembered, but you need to do this for things like coffee mugs or for phone cases because they have different ASINs that you need for the ads. T-shirts only have one ASIN typically, so you don't really need to do this step for t-shirts. So I'll just stop this. So once you're ready, you've selected all the products that you want to be in your lottery, you go to create the ads up here. And there's a few settings you need to change. First of all, you give this a campaign name. So you could call this t-shirt lottery. You could say Mark Shaggy as an identifier, or you can do the 1 by 1 like I did. Doesn't really matter, just for your organization. Then you want to set a daily budget. I've just left mine at $5 for the beginning. And then for the bid right here, I would go with 10 cents or maybe 15 cents, depending on how aggressive you want to be. For the bidding strategy, I've been using fixed bids. A lot of people do use down only for the lotteries. You can definitely experiment here. I've just been trying fixed bids and it's been working well. Campaign type right here should be auto. You can change the product targeting and the placement as well if you want to. I didn't do that, but the important part is the product grouping down here. So if you click on this drop down, what you want to choose is ad group per ASIN. That's what's going to create the setup where you have every single ASIN in its own ad group. If you're doing this for coffee mugs or for phone cases or any product that has ad safe ASINs and that has multiple ASINs per design, in that case, it is better to do ad group per design. I did try it with ad group per ASIN, but I always got errors when actually creating the ads. So ad group per design might be a solution there. So I'm going to choose ad group per ASIN because we're doing t-shirts right here. And then another tip is go to the presets and then click save current settings as preset right here. That way you can always quickly load this back up and you don't have to configure the same settings every time you want to set up an ad. But I've already done that, as you can see. So I can just click download right here, and that is going to create a spreadsheet, a bulk file that you can now import into your ads console to get these ads set up and running. So let me show you where to upload the spreadsheet. You go to your ads console and the bulk operations tab, and then on the right hand side you're going to see this choose file button. You want to click on that and then choose the file that was literally just downloaded from Mergeflow. You can see right here the file name for me, and then you just click upload to process changes right here, which is going to add this in the column down here, processing upload. This can take a while, especially if you've got a massive lottery campaign with thousands and thousands of ASINs. It will take some time to import it, but once this is done, you will either see a file with errors, and in that case, you might have done something wrong in the setup. It will typically give you a hint if you download the error file, what actually happened or went wrong. If not, it should say that the upload was successful, and then you can go back to your normal ads campaign tab right here, and you will see the campaign with the name that you gave it inside of Mergeflow. I hope you enjoyed this video and that this new ad setup will help you out. Quick bonus fact, I actually met up with Mark last year while I was in Poland. We hung out for a few hours, and he's a really cool guy, very down to earth, and he also is extremely knowledgeable about Amazon Merch and ads specifically. That's his main focus. And if you want to learn more from him, check out this video next where I interviewed him and we talked about ads for nearly 1.5 hours. I learned a lot during this interview, and you will as well.